Hi guys, you're welcome back to Priceless Design. So let's go. We'll be needing our crinoline, the doll face material or any material you want to use, and also we'll be needing our sewable boning, our tape rule, the scissors, your marking pen, and your French curve. Let's go. First off, we'll be drawing a straight line with the straighter part of our French curve. So the straight line will be the beginning of our fabric on the pattern paper. So after drawing the straight line, it depends on what your armhole measurement is. Your armhole measurement divided by 4 plus is 0.5 is what you measure downwards. So for me, mine is 5. And don't forget, we are going to be we are going to be gathering the shoulder of this particular sleeve style. So we have to ensure that it is well shaped out. Afterwards, we'll mark out 9 inches, which will be the sleeve length. After marking out our 9 inches, we'll use free hand to mark out our sleeve armhole. So afterwards, we'll mark out the curved edge of the down part of our sleeve design. So we'll use our free hand to curve out the straight top part, and then we'll cut out our pattern. Now the pattern has been cut out from our fabric, and here is what we have. Remember, the interfacing of each sleeve will be the same material so as to give us a neat and a fine finishing. Now we'll be using our gum stay to interface the off side of our sleeve, the off side, not the front side, the off side, so that ironing and everything will be done at the off side, while at the end closing up will just be on the frontal side, which will not be touched except during sewing. So now we'll be cutting our pattern out of the gum steel interface. The reason why I'm using a shirt interface is because it is more neater, unlike a paper steel, which gives this fold after ironing if not properly ironed. But this cloth or shirt style gives a perfect ending, especially when being ironed. It sticks closer the more, and when the cloth is washed, it does not give a rough patch. Now we'll be taking our interface and the offside material to the ironing board to iron. The interface is already ironed to the offside material, and we'll be joining it. But before we join it, we'll be trimming off every excess interface of the shirt steel gum. Now we'll be taking the interfaced part to the sewing machine, and we'll be attaching our crinoline to it, to the edge of the sleeve. And also we'll be adding our hemming gum. The essence of the hemming gum is when you have closed up your sleeve and ironed it, it will give it a firm and a solid closing. Also, it will enhance a neat sewing. Let's go to the sewing machine. I hope you understand. So now we'll be adding our sewable boning to the interfaced part of our fabric, and we'll be giving it an allowance of at least 1 inch so as to enable us to turn easily when we want to turn our fabric, so we won't have issue turning the fabric. So we'll take the sewable boning to the sewing machine and sew alongside 2 stitches on the sewable boning. The next thing for us to do now, after joining the crinoline, the hemming gum, and the sewable boning to our fabric interface, is to join the interfaced fabric to the interfaced fabric, that is the fabric that will be at the outer part, to the fabric that will be at the offside. So we'll go to the sewing machine to do that. Note that when joining the interfaced fabric to the positive fabric that would show outside the sleeve. You would join it in such a way that the inner part of your fabric, the part that will be at the armpit, would not show at all, and as such it will give your work a neat finishing. Just watch, you'd understand. After joining the sleeve, would go back to the sewing machine to stitch up the upper side of the sleeve to give it a neat finishing before joining it to the dress proper. Also, you'll be going to the ironing board to iron up your sleeve. You iron with a water with a steaming machine to give it that neat edge. As you can see in my own sample, that the edges are so neat and well pressed. So you can see there's no difference between the offside and the positive side that is showing outside. And for the fact that the the outer part is not too hard, some people their sleeve will be too hard, it will be obvious that there's something in it, but this one is not too hard. So you can see that it is well shaped and perfectly placed. Please follow, subscribe, and give this video a thumbs up so it can go to other audiences. Thank you.